Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the Artist Spread. This is a tarot reading for artists or anyone that creates. Maybe sometimes people don't always want to call themselves an artist if they just do something that isn't considered one of the fine arts, but everything is creation. How you lay out your house, interior design is a talent, isn't it? Some people's homes are, you just walk through them and they just flow really nicely. You might not be like an artist of traditional means, but they just know how to make a nice home. So whatever creativity you do. My name's Tristan, this is my channel, Midnight Fish. We'll start the reading with the card from my mum's deck. Oh, good lord. It's a running theme from yesterday. Okay. The scythe looms bare, danger stalks too, of strangers beware, they can harm you. If some nearby cards hold favourable view, good are the odds you'll overcome too. Good lord. Violent acts, rejections, oh, separations, accidents sometimes maybe. The scythe is like cuts at the end, harvest time. Maybe you're editing something? Or you're writing a story where there's lots of danger. I always say writing because I like writing, so it could be anything. It could be tagging, like if you're a graffiti artist, a very dangerous spot, you know. Use your imagination, guys. If you're an artist and you've tuned in, don't be limited by the examples I give. If I was to give everyone, I'd be here all day. Furnace, take action, and Papillon, your courage will be rewarded. All right, some sort of action you need to take. Burning things away that don't serve you. Yeah, breaking free of this triangle. I like the little poppies and the butterflies. There's a little pupa inside this glass. Changing. Okay, transformation. Let's see. So this reading's 5 positions. What you put into your art, what your art says about how you see the world, what inspires your best work, what your art inspires in others, and then a message from the muse, which is quite sweet sometimes, and then sometimes really confusing. So we'll see what we get today. Something dangerous. Something you need to take action on. You need to be brave. I guess if you're in a dangerous situation, you'd have to be brave. The Empress. Whatever you're working on, is you're in the creative flow. Yeah. Maybe defeating your own demons about this. I get that from the 7 of Wands here. Oh, 4 of Wands. Something about your home. 5 of Cups, some regret. That was around yesterday. Some regret about something that happened in the home, an argument, but you're feeling very creative. Sometimes, like many artists' lives weren't sedate. They seek out extreme things to inspire themselves. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. Page of Cups. This is about stability, calmness, being reserved, earth energies, getting in touch with your roots perhaps, but it looks like about all the things that matter in the 3D. This Page of Cups, this innocence. 10 of Wands, there's a big burden there. 6 of Wands. A whole journey. All right, let's get the 5 cards. What we got? Queen of Wands. 9 of Pentacles. King of Cups, 9 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. Good lord, what a lovely reading. Everyone looks super happy and successful in these pictures. There's some work going on here. What you put into your art, maybe you're working on the very charismatic character, or all your fiery, passionate energy in whatever project you're working on at the moment, whatever you're doing, whatever it is you do when you create, you put all your passion in. Passion for life, sexual desire, just fieriness, the ideas are sprouting, you see? Yeah. Your whole soul. Everything. But it comes from a real creative, yourself almost. Maybe that's how you see yourself. As a Queen of Wands. Nine of Pentacles, what your art says about how you see the world. As a place where you need to find your independence. And you feel like you've got that maybe now. Maybe that's what you're going to show in this project you're working on, or whatever it is. Maybe redecorating your home, writing a book, doing a painting, sculpting, I don't know. So many different arts, right? What inspires your best work? King of Cups. Seems to be something about emotional maturity in this instance. Whether that's something you find in yourself or what you see in other people. Or discussing emotions in a mature way, or broaching the subjects of difficult emotions in mature ways. How to bear weights without crumbling. To be part of the sea but not drowned by it. I don't know. Nine of Cups is what your art inspires in others, and that's to reach their own fulfillment, it looks like. To be honest about their own desires. What fulfills them, what fills their cup. And then the message from the Muse is Three of Pentacles, which is to keep working very hard. To apply yourself, just to put your head down and go for it, whatever this is that you're starting. What this Danger card is, there's something here. Danger, like a thread of danger. Maybe you write, make something about dangerous things in life. I don't know. Let's see. So what you put into your art is Queen of Wands energy. It's passionate, fiery. Is that you? Is it is this a steamy romance novel, or nude photography? Could be something. Maybe maybe design dildos. Who knows? Moon on the water, something very secretive. You're working on something secretive, it seems. Moon on the water. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Tristan's got a check in the book. I thought it is the moon, isn't it? Yes, I am right. Sometimes they're tricky, these ones. So secret emotions, fears, taboo things, perhaps. Ace of Pentacles, a foundation of life. And the Four of Cups, boredom. Secret lives, perhaps. Maybe whatever you're working on is about people's secret lives. Moon on the water. Four of Swords, rest. And the King of Wands. So there we've got a divine couple there. Snake. It's like Eve and the snake. Or is it Lilith? Four of Swords is not me for one. I don't really know. Moon on the water. Going inwards, perhaps, to face your true desires. That's what you put into your art. What you really want. What fulfills you in a Queen of Wands and King of Wands kind of way. They're the sexy couple, aren't they? The fiery spark of life. Fertility. It's this path that's hard to travel because all these adders in this card. I've had dreams like that where all the paths I was walking were covered in snakes. Having the bravery to walk that path and be honest about who you are. But it's a lot about going inwards while you're resting, maybe. Because she doesn't seem like she's It's almost like a duck with they look so calm on the top, but they're paddling like fuck underneath. You can't see her legs in this photo. That cat looks super chill. She's not moving. But there's a lot going on. Yeah. A lot of passionate things. Passion. Right. Secrets. What your art says about how you see the world. It's the Nine of Pentacles. A place where you can find your own independence. It's a place where it's possible. You just have to work for it. You know, once you get there, it's quite enjoyable. She always looks well chuffed with herself. What's this to do with then? Okay. Ten of Bows. Ten of Wands, responsibility. And the Three of Wands, fulfillment. Ten of Bows and Three of Wands. It's a responsibility, not so much a burden. Knight of Wands, taking action, passionate action. Oh, this is odd. Three of Arrows, Three of Swords. Wow. This is so bizarre. Three of Arrows, jealousy. Okay. Knight of Wands, taking passionate action. So it's like this woman in this archway. So it looks like it's so easy. You know when people do things and you think, you know that's difficult, and they've done it and they've made it look easy. But the truth is it's a big responsibility. It's a heavy weight to get to the top of wherever you're going, or to complete a project even sometimes, right? But it's very fulfilling. And along the way, you have to take a lot of passionate action. Be a knight of wands, a fox, a wily fox, because any success you have might breed jealousy. People get jealous. It's very sad. Wanting what you have, but maybe not without knowing how much work it took to get there. Yeah. Yeah. You know, you might work your way all the way to the top only to get there, and there's even more people that are jealous, you know. It's just part of life, so. But it seems like the independence itself and that Nine Pentacles, that fulfillment in 3D of mastering your craft, it's quite a nice feeling, isn't it? And that's how you put that into your art. So that could be in many different ways. You could show that. People write books about it, make films, write songs, you know, whatever it is that you do. You talk about that journey to the top, how it looks easy, but how you actually got there. Okay. King of Cups is what inspires your best work. And I said emotional maturity. Let's see what else the cards have got for me. So, two dolphins in the background. Complete control over your emotional states. So that, controlling those emotions, being a master of emotion. I wonder how that does inspire your best work. What have we got here? Three of Bows, fulfillment, which came up here. I suppose it takes a lot of emotional maturity in order to achieve that independence and go through the trials of 10 wands, and then 3 swords with jealousy in this deck specifically. The green woman, the high priestess, I think so. Was it the empress? Magician, emperor, empress, and then high priestess is 4, isn't it? I can't remember. The empress probably, which came up earlier actually. Sorry, just talking to myself now. 3 of Wands. Fulfillment. Being emotionally fulfilled. With the achievements and knowing that if you're you're emotionally mature. That's easier to achieve. That's how you get over people being jealous with you, maybe bullying you or doing things that aren't very nice. Yeah, it's a struggle, isn't it? Eight of Swords and the Magician. Yes, it's about getting through struggle, but like a magician, the shaman, you know, like, what's up? Is that what you got, kind of thing? Yeah, using emotions. So that inspires your best work. Maybe you see it in people and you weave it into whatever you're making, whatever it is. Or it could be when you find that in yourself, different layers of it, because life throws new things at us all the time. But it's very fulfilling. Controlling passion, basically, isn't it? Because here we've got you putting all this passion into your work. But here what inspires you is it's almost controlling that passion. There's water element here and the fire element, you know. They create a lot of steam, but... Right, let's move these little guys around. So we got 9 of Cups, which is what your art inspires in others. It's like filling their own cups. I get the sense about being honest about what fills their cups. Your art inspires people to really look at their lives and go, what is 9 cups for me? To sit there and consider what's in their cups as well. Emotionally. Those are close connections. Family. People. Yeah. It's quite an independent card as well, this. 7 of Swords. 7 of Arrows. Insecurities. Yeah, okay. Queen of Cups. 2 of Swords. Making decisions about what fills your cup. What makes you feel as a Queen of Cups. Yeah, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Getting over insecurities and realizing the actions you take out of insecurities. Ace of Pentacles, Foundation of Life, and the Moon on the Water. Being honest about what your foundations are and what you keep hidden. What you don't put in the cup even though you want it to be there. Being honest about your emotions. The things we keep hidden about ourselves. What we actually want. What fulfills our desires. So your art makes people think about that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The message from the Muse is basically keep working. It looks like to me 3 of Pentacles. What's you working on? Looks like you're working alone. But 3 is often, you know, whatever we do, even if you're just a painter, you still, if you want to show your work in galleries and stuff, you've got to go out into the world and, I don't know, do things. I suppose I don't know how to do that. I just put mine up in my own house, my gallery. But yeah, whatever work you do, there's no artist that can work alone completely if they want their work out in the world, kind of thing. So, but it looks like you're working on something. What's the Muse telling you to do? 5 of Cups, Ecstasy. Respect. 9 of Wands, respect. 10 of Cups, happiness. You're working on something that deals with, or so it's either something that deals with moving on from hopelessness and despair, like 5 of Cups energy, mulling over the past, or working on this project is helping you do that. It's helping you move on from something that was disappointing. So take it either way. And it's something to do with getting respect for what you're working on. You want respect. And you want your 10 cups. Yeah, something about being emotionally fulfilled. Spilling over. just like this abundance, happiness. You want to be happy. And maybe this project will make you happy with whatever happens at the end of it. Let's see. Wow, Ace of Wands, spark of life. And the journey, which is death. But in this deck, it's the journey, which is quite cool. There's three crows and then a few in the back. 6 crows altogether, I think. He's eating the skull of this deer. People believe that crows can go to the underworld. Ace of Wands is it's a brand new idea. You've got something that's very fiery. This is what you're working on. And it's about journeys and endings and beginnings, perhaps. That's the vibe I'm getting. Or you've had this new spark because you've ended something else, another project maybe you've stopped working on. But there is this circle of life here, which is it's like journey, which is death and ending, and then a new beginning, Ace of Wands. So I don't know. The message seems to be to keep working on it. Yeah. Huh? Keep working very hard. Whatever you've got is an amazing idea. Seems to be an amazing idea. Okay. So, nice message. Keep going. I still haven't figured this out. It must be something to do with what you're doing is dangerous. I don't know. Some element of danger. Taboo. Violent acts. Oh. What's this Queen of Pentacles? Is this your stability? Are you in a position now where you can take risks maybe in your career because you're very stable? Don't know. Let's see. Three of Stones, creativity. Yeah, the stability is enabling you to be creative and work together with people. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. The Woodward. I can never remember where he is. Is he Justice? Flipping heck. Justice, yes. It's like playing yeah. Oh dear, playing like one of those TV game shows. 10 points for Tristan. Justice. Page of Wands. So much wand energy. Real passionate. There's loads of passion. So, 6 of Pentacles, exploitation, which is the 6 of Pentacles is normally about sharing. But in this deck is quite strange. And then the Archer, it's the Chariot. Are you helping people? Or has your stability come after something kind of wasn't going so well? I don't know what this exploitation card is telling me. I don't think I have the book from that either. Where's the box? It's in there. Where's the little book? Oh, I've lost it. Too many little books, eh? I'm a bit stumped. The beehives. Yeah, I feel this weird loss. Like maybe it was a previous project. I don't know. It's strange. Or you're trying to get this, you know, because people can make a business or a career out of arts. So you're trying to get this stability so that you can help your family, basically. Yeah. Forest lovers. You want to get it on the going. You want to get it going. The results to start coming in because you want to help your family. Something about supporting people around you, needing to be the stable person. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles. You want things to move quickly. We've got the Archer here, the Chariot. You need things to move quickly, maybe because the people that rely on you need help. There's quite a lot of pressure for something, isn't it? For a project. I hope it works. Whatever it's it's very much about passion. Yeah, lots of passion. Okay, let's do 3 cards. Bottom card. What should the viewer do? Yes. Different reading today. Still a bit like, what's this danger? There's some element of danger. Maybe you're like international spy. I don't think so, but the Empress, the Emperor, 2 of Wands. Okay, that's upside down. Yeah, your courage will be rewarded was the message right at the beginning, and I was looking at this. It takes a lot of courage to walk a path filled with snakes and dangerous things that you could step on. That's what you put into your art. You go down dark places. Yeah. Right. 8 of Pentacles. What should the viewer do? Keep working on whatever it is you're working on. 5 of Pentacles, 7 Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, 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 Pentacles. The Empress. It's like that last bit before the end of a marathon. That last little bit where you, I've never run a marathon. I haven't done any serious running since I was a child. But I imagine that last little bit. It's the last little bit before the finish line where you start to feel like you're not going to win. And it's about whether you want to just stop and go, oh, well, I'll just lose what I've invested so far. But saying that just beyond that is this place where you have the 6 of Pentacles. You just have to get through that wall, keep working at it, and then you'll be able to help those around you with whatever you get from whatever you're working on. Justice. Okay, Justice came up here. The shadow side. Yes. Well, completion. This is the Devil, but in this deck it's the shadow side, obviously. I think it's the Devil. Temperance. 15. Yes, the Devil. That's right. He looks very scary. Maybe this is the danger. You're going into these really dark places. There's something about justice here. What's this? The world. End of a large cycle. This feels very epic. I don't know. What should you do? Keep working hard, but you need to balance this. It's like your darkest sides. Perhaps going down these pathways where you're finding this inspiration where it's very dangerous or taboo or whatever it is, what people don't normally, it's not the most trodden path. I don't know. It feels risque, perhaps. Anything could be considered that in certain circumstances. But you have to balance this light and dark side because you could get sucked into these devil tendencies. Like some actors get too much into their roles, don't they? Yeah. So you've got to balance it. It has to be justice. I want to see this world card as you'll get the world as your oyster kind of thing. That's the feeling I'm getting. Go for the world. And you'll achieve that once you balance these two sides of yourself. Keep the shadow side in check. Yeah. I mean, that's the aim, isn't it, in the end? To be able to step into your shadow side and understand it without letting it ruin your life. This is also a major completion of a cycle. So maybe once you get there, this project will signify, when you finish this project, it'll be the completion of a major cycle in your life. Whatever it is you're working on. All right. Magic Oracle says, you are an inspiration. The lucky pig. Do you know, that was underneath and now I picked it after shuffling. That's funny. I wanted to come out. It's time to evolve. Yeah, something about your shadow side. There's some growth here that you need to face about what walking down these paths might do to you. Don't let it change you too much. The lucky pig. It's the magician, really. He's got loads of things there. He's got every lucky thing on him. You don't always need a plan, and you are protected. Yeah. You don't always need a plan. See 3 pentacles on both sides. Very much planning. Maybe you don't always need a plan, huh? Sometimes you could find some really inspiring things if you just sort of let things flow. Just be a lucky pig. You're protected. Cool. So, one last telling off from the angels, because these cards sometimes can be a bit like, all right, mate, you don't have to see me so brightly. Devote some time to your children, parents or grandparents. Share the energy of familial love. Oh, that's really sweet. Spend time with your family. If you have it, you might find some inspiration there. That might help you balance out these very dark places you're going to. I suppose only somebody who wields justice could really walk down here without being tempted by the devil. Right, I think that's my reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, do the thing. Wherever you are today, it's Tuesday, the 14th of October. I hope you're having a good time. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.